Okay, so I know I'm super duper late to the game, but I realized recently that Imagine Dragons, which is a band that I enjoy. I know a lot of people make fun of them, but I'm a big Imagine Dragons fan. Well, apparently not big enough because they released an album last year that I was not aware of. And this album is all about mental health. Like a bunch of the songs are all about mental health. And I happened to just accidentally discover this while I was shifting through my Spotify recently. So I want to share my thoughts on this because I find this very, very interesting. And if you're into like the whole mental health aspect of life, which I'm going to assume you are since you're listening to this podcast right now, I want to walk through some of the things that I discovered with this and get your take on it. So let's check this out. We're going to talk about Imagine Dragons and their album, which is called Mercury, Acts 1 and 2. Let's do it. So, as somebody who has struggled with mental health issues, I'm always on the lookout for ways to cope with my anxiety and my depression. And one of the most effective ways that I found is through music. That's how I deal with it. So when I found out that Imagine Dragons had released an album called Mercury, Acts 1 and 2, I was so excited to dive in and see what it had to offer, especially after I found out that it's pretty much about mental health and the struggles that the lead singer has gone through. And I'm like, oh my God, why am I just discovering this now? So in this podcast, I'm going to take you through my journey with this album and how it actually has helped me connect with my emotions and find strength within my vulnerability. So let's do it. So let's talk about vulnerability. That's the main theme of Mercury, Acts 1 and 2. Vulnerability. The album's lyrics tackle topics like anxiety, depression, self-doubt, but they don't shy away from those difficult emotions. This band has done a beautiful job with these albums of just taking on those emotions head on, and the result of that is a collection of songs that feel deeply personal and relatable. There's a lot of great tracks. There's tracks, one's called My Life, and another one called Wrecked, which speak to the struggles of feeling overwhelmed and lost, while there's other songs like Dull Knives and Cutthroat, which address the toxic patterns of self-doubt and negative self-talk that can plague our mental health every single day. But despite the heavy subject matter, the album's overall message is one of hope and resilience, right? I always love connecting with my emotions. Honestly, for me, listening to Mercury Acts 1 and 2 is kind of like a cathartic experience for me, right? As someone who often struggles to express my own emotions, hearing the lead singer, his name is Dan Reynolds, hearing his raw emotional vocals gave me permission, I feel like, to feel my own feelings more deeply. And in doing so, I found a sense of connection and understanding that I've never felt before. And that's the beautiful thing about music, is that it allows you to just feel these things that you never thought that you could feel. It kind of puts words to your feelings sometimes that you never knew how to express before. There's other songs on here, like one's called Lonely and Dull Knives, and that's allowed me to acknowledge my own struggles with anxiety and depression while also feeling less alone in those experiences. And finally, the title track of the album came on, which is called Mercury. And listening to that, I just felt this incredible sense of empowerment and strength. And that was just something that I really, really, really needed. So listen, friends, if you're looking to improve your mental health, right, I cannot stress enough, finding good music is always a good thing. I know for some reason, Imagine Dragons really do get a bad rap sometimes, and that's okay. I know that their music isn't for everybody, but for me, I really enjoy their music. I always have, and I don't know how I missed this album right here, Mercury, Acts 1 and 2. But I'm so glad that I discovered it because it just oh man, it's so it's so good. And I love it. And it reminds me, and I want to remind all of you that vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a strength. And by embracing our emotions and connecting with others, we too can find the resilience and the strength that we need to overcome life's challenges. So, my friends, turn on some music, connect with your emotions, and let's support each other in our journey towards mental health. Another way that you can do that, my friends, if you're looking to improve your mental health, I encourage you to join the Vibe with Kai community on Patreon. For just $1 per month, you'll gain access to exclusive mental health tips and tricks. I walk you through all the ways that I go through my mental health struggles every single day. I give you kind of like a behind the scenes look at how I handle things on my own level. And hopefully you can pick and choose some things for your own self and apply it and hopefully help your mental health and mental wellness as well. So it's only $1 a month. You get exclusive access to all of that, as well as a community of like-minded individuals. So if you're interested in joining, in the description of this podcast will be a link to that. Like I said, it's $1 a month, $12 a year. $12 a year, and you get access to all of that. Also, I just finished writing my first book, which I'm super excited about. And anybody that's a Patreon subscriber or an Instagram subscriber, either one of those two, you're going to get that book for half off when the time comes. Half off. Right, so I'm super excited to get that out. I'm aiming for June for that to be out, so it's going to be coming out pretty soon. So I suggest that you become a subscriber now, because I'm not going to be giving that offer away for much longer. So anyway, my friends, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this today, and share this with your friends, anybody that you feel like would benefit from this. And of course, listen to the album. Listen to the album, give it a shot. Listen to the whole thing, parts 1 and 2. I personally think that you'll enjoy it. I did, but that's just me. With that said, my friends, as always, much love, good vibes, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.